Hi everybody, welcome to Dancingluna Tarot. This is going to be a singles reading for the sign of Scorpio, and we're just going to start off by asking what's going on around you. What's going on for my Scorpio singles? Any advice for my Scorpio singles? This is a general reading, so it won't resonate with every Scorpio out there, so take what you need and leave the rest. Scorpio singles. It's a little bit of a stiff deck. It's new. It's sort of a tribute to the art of Alphonse Mucha, so it's not broken in yet, so it's a little stiff on the shuffle. What's going on for Scorpio singles? We're just going to shuffle a couple more times and we'll dive in. That's it. We're good. Okay, Scorpio singles. What's going on for my Scorpio singles? Okay. We're just going to get some more cards so we can get a full picture. Scorpio singles. What's going on for Scorpio singles? Gonna get one more card. So it looks like you might have like some options around you. Hang on, I just want to get some clarity on Nine of Swords. What are you stuck in your head about? Okay. Yeah. So this guy is like Seven of Cups is like a little bit. He's got a lot of options in front of him, right? He doesn't know exactly what's in each cup. So sometimes Seven of Cups can be a little bit delusional, not always. But this is just about like options, and this guy's like trying to figure out like what's going to be the best option. Because like in these cups, there's a snake in one and there's something really cool in this other one. And he's just not really sure what's in each cup. So it may mean a need to sort of do some more research about what's in the cups, right? What's happening with the options around you. You may just not have real clarity on kind of like which one you want to dive off the edge into. I think you have a desire to sort of like let go of fear and dive into something. You know, the Fool card is about sort of abandoning fear of outcomes and things like that. So I think the desire is there, but there just might be some apprehension about like choosing a direction or a path because maybe not having enough clarity yet on the different options around you. I don't know if you're in the dating arena, Scorpio, but you know, this is for Scorpio singles, so that would make sense that you have options going on and that you're just not sure. I feel like you want to take a leap of faith, yeah, but you want to make sure that it's into something that's balanced, something that's going to bring your life balance, something that's going to be sort of like a new chapter, but that's going to have all the elements that it needs, something that's going to keep you in balance. Why is the Knight of Swords here? You may have someone in your arena who you are feeling passionate about. You might be feeling some desire to have some forward momentum with someone, or this may just be a desire to feel forward momentum when it comes to passion. But let's see if we can get some clarity. This horse is kind of moving fast. It's in full gallop, so that's a desire to move forward, but I think you're tempering that with a little rigidity, a little I think you're sort of in a power stance of like and that makes sense with the Nine of Wands here, like a power stance of like you have a desire to move with passion, right? To like dive in to something passionate. that has some momentum, but I think you're being really careful about like what gets through the gates. Like you're being sort of clear about like what gets through the borders. This emperor is very much just sitting in his power, and like, this is the way I like things, this is the way I want things, and he can be a little bit rigid. So I'd say if you're you know, displaying any rigidity, the emperor may be here to say it's okay to soften that a little bit and let some passion in. But this is not a bad stance to be in. This is just someone who has a knowing of like what they deal with and what they don't deal with, and that is a really good thing. This Nine of Wands is sort of here to say that it's like, it's possible that you've done some work to establish your boundaries and your borders. And this Nine of Wands is like, she's very, you know, careful about what she lets in. She doesn't just let everything in. But she does have space in the wall to let something in. She's just very cautious because she's done a lot of work to build up these borders. So this is very like in alignment with this Emperor energy. She's just not letting any passion sort of ride in. She's like, you know, she's very aware of like what she needs and what she wants and what's not getting past the gate. So this is good. This card to me speaks about healthy boundaries. And with Emperor here, it just very much speaks to knowing what you want, what you let in, what you're not willing to let in. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing to have healthy boundaries and borders and just not let anything that feels passionate. I feel like this is a stance where you're not just letting passion kind of drive the show. This is where like, even if it comes in and it feels like chemical and passionate, this is a place where you're making sure that it is conducive to other aspects of your life, like your mental well-being and things like that. That it's almost like you're making sure that this is going to be something that you don't have to be afraid to leap into. That you're, yeah, there's just an awareness here of not really knowing what you want and what gets past the gates, and that's not a bad thing. I just got a little bit unclear still on why this Nine of Swords is here. So this is, again, this is an energy of being sort of stuck in your head and having a little insomnia, a little anxious feelings, and a little worry about something. And Six of Cups can be the reconciliation card, so it may be that the reason that you're bordered up and careful is maybe because of something from the past, like a relationship from the past that maybe didn't support your well-being as much as you would have liked it to. And so you may be in some worry about these options, like in your head a little bit, thinking, overthinking that it's possible that you just don't want anything that's going to come in that's going to be nostalgic of past stuff. I mean, Six of Cups can be, it's almost like this can be like warm memories of the past. It may be that like that you've had an experience in the past that felt like something warm, that felt good, and you're looking back at that and how maybe it wasn't conducive to your peace, and that you that's what you're bordered up against. I'm just going to try to get one more card. I kind of understand what's going on here, but yes, okay, exactly. All right, so this is about, this worry has to do with something that is behind you, something that you have left behind, and it's possible that you just, you know, are a little bordered up and worried because you don't want to make the same mistakes again. That kind of disrupt your peace, because what's behind you is like rockier waters, but you're definitely moving into calmer waters. You're moving into a place of calmer waters. The Six of Swords is like leaving things behind that have like been tough or difficult, that have made you kind of tired, exhausted, and moving towards these mountains. And mountains are about possibilities. So this Six of Swords is always about setting things down, leaving things behind, and sort of moving towards a brighter, calmer space. So this is really nice that this is coming out on top of this Nine of Swords. So if you're two in your head, you know, try to do what you can to take a deep breath and let go of fear of outcomes. you know, tap into your intuition. I think when it comes to these options, tap into your intuition. Tap into your gut. Like when you have interactions with somebody, this is always going to be my advice personally. When you have interactions with people, whether it be texting, talking, interacting, going on dates, interactions, hanging out, whatever it is, after interactions, if you can get quiet for a few minutes and tap in on a gut level. So that's just closing your eyes, taking a deep breath, and tapping in, tuning into your stomach on a gut level and asking yourself, what's the feeling after this interaction? Do you feel anxious? Do you feel joy? Do you feel peace? Do you feel serene? Do you feel warm? Like, what's the feeling? And follow that. When it comes to options, it'll help you get some clarity on which option is going to be the best for you, which is going to bring you in balance, and what you can let into to this little crack in the wall. Yeah. Let's see. And that also, you know, getting meditative will also help with any energy of like insomnia and being stuck in your head. So I will always advise that meditation is a great practice to kind of temper any of that energy. It kind of gives you a disconnect between your, you know, your thoughts and feelings, and it gives you like a buffer. It gives you a little buffer in between, so that you're not in reaction and you're not in anxiety. You're able to kind of keep a calm space internally. So, and that's usually indicated when Nine of Swords is coming up. So we're just going to ask now, Scorpio, what's coming in for you? What's coming in for you? What kind of energy is like around you that's coming in? What's in the exterior, external energy coming in for my Scorpio people? Scorpio singles. It's going to go one more time and then we'll dive in. Just want to get a nice, clean, energetic pathway. Okay, what's going on around? Coming in for my Scorpio singles. Coming in for my Scorpio singles. Oh, wow. Okay, we're going to get some more cards before we start talking about what's happening here. Scorpio singles, what's coming in? Gonna get two more cards. I'm gonna have two more cards. Oh, wow. All right, Scorpio. Wow. Okay. Why is Five of Wands here? What's the conflict about? What's the conflict about? Okay, so, I mean, you definitely have shift and change going on. Wheel of Fortune is here to talk about, like, things sort of turning in your favor, things shifting in your favor. I think you're going to be, if you're having any sort of, like, being in your head, insomnia, anxiety, I think you're going to be shifting out of that energy, because there's some energy coming in. It's really interesting. You may have someone in your arena. It's kind of, like, sparked on that passion. So Wheel of Fortune is about things shifting and changing and turning in your favor, right? Usually it's for the better. But there's a key advice with Wheel of Fortune to sort of make sure that you're staying grounded at the center of the wheel and not flip-flopping on the outside of the wheel, as things are changing, as things are moving, as you're experiencing these shifts and changes. Someone in your arena is like a balanced union. Four of Wands, it can be a marriage card. In this deck, it doesn't really come across as marriage, although, you know, in traditional decks, Four of Wands is a marriage card, but it's also just about alignment and balance. But this is definitely about union. This is definitely about a committed long-term union, but this is a very sort of joyful, balanced union that's coming in. It's nice that it's following the wheel. I would say with Five of Wands here, be careful of any tendency to self-sabotage. Get clear with a couple of things, Scorpio. Sometimes Five of Wands comes up when you have internal conflict. It can be sometimes about not having like when joy comes in, almost like turning away from it because of a feeling of not knowing that you like really deserve this cool thing that's coming in for you, because there's something really beautiful coming in. It's in your arena. It may already be in your sphere. It may be in those options. But again, so there's some advice here about getting quiet and getting meditative, because you've got a Hanged Man here. Now, Hanged Man is like, when this energy comes up, this is like inner conflict, right? This can be self-sabotage and inner conflict. And only you know if you have any tendency towards self-sabotaging ways when a nice balanced possibility comes in for you. But if this energy is coming up where you're having internal conflict and you're still in that Nine of Swords energy, Hanged Man is here to say, get quiet, get meditative, get a new perspective. This is about gaining perspective. Hanged Man is hanging by one foot. He can't really move this way or that way. He's got to stop and sit there and think. He's got to kind of get meditative, and so that he can get a whole new perspective. Hanged Man is all about getting a new perspective, but it's getting a new perspective by sort of taking the time, taking a time out, taking a pause and getting perspective. What are you getting perspective of? You have a whole 10 of Pentacles here. You have something really beautiful coming in. You've got a Four of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, Two of Cups, and you've got an Empress. You've got an Empress energy coming in. So let me explain all of this. 10 of Pentacles to me always resonates as a home card. There's like a lot going on here. There's an elder, there's a child, there's a dog, there's a couple. And this is a very balanced place to be. This is a secure, safe place to be. It's abundant. It's a place where you have everything you need internally and externally. And this can talk about union because of the family scene going on, but it's like bigger than that. It's almost just feeling a sense of everything you need, but it's a sort of a place where there's some serenity and some peace and balance, and there's a lot of abundance, and abundance not just in terms of money, although that could be a factor. This could be like a prosperous union, where there's kind of are supportive of each other in terms of like building. But there's just a lot of abundance here in terms of every kind of abundance you can think of. Abundance in terms of the internal world and the external world. This is a feeling of home. This will be someone who feels like home. And that's really beautiful. And then you have Two of Cups, which is like divine union, harmonious union. This is a coming together of two people that really complement each other. There is a lot of beauty in Two of Cups. Cups are love. And Two of Cups is just, it can be a soul mate kind of union. It can be like a soul recognition kind of union where right away there's just a lot of harmony and ease, and there's an abundance of love. The energy that this person is coming in with is, but also the energy that this balanced union can bring you to is Empress energy. And what Empress is like someone who comes in a very whole energy. They are a person who is okay on their own. They're not lonely. They're not afraid to be alone. They have the ability to nurture, and they have the ability to share union with someone, but in a really balanced way. This is someone who can take it or leave it because they're really okay on their own. This is someone sitting in their full empowerment. This is all four queens in one. And by the way, tarot is not gender specific. This could be male, this could be female. This is just an energy. This is just about an energy. Empress is a really good place to be. This is balanced. This is secure. This is energy of someone who is really secure in who they are and where they are in life. This is a person who's got a lot of self-love happening. So this is beautiful. But be aware that this person, if you go into self-sabotage mode and you get iffy, this is a person who can take it or leave it. So this is a person who can love you, but also not have a high tolerance. She's very much like the Emperor energy in the beginning of the read, but she's a more feminine aspect to it. She's got a lot more depth. She doesn't have rigidity. So, but she can take it or leave it. So if she sees this sort of conflict energy coming up and it's something that's not conducive to her peace, she will be perfectly able to put it down and leave it behind. And so this is just, there's a lot of strength in this. So, but this looks beautiful. This is like in those cups, in those options. There's something in here that's a game changer. There's something in here, Scorpio, that's in your arena that is a really balanced, harmonious, beautiful union that is like gonna be a sense of home, a sense of like completion. Tens are about completion. So this is something that has a possibility of bringing you to a space where you just feel complete. And not that you're walking into this not feeling whole, and neither is this person. But this is something that complements a sense of completion, and there's just a lot of balance and beauty here. So just heads up, the only advice here is heads up. If you feel any internal conflict coming up, if you feel out of balance, out of whack, get meditative, get quiet, get that buffer happening. You know, between yourself and the internal chaos. This Hanged Man is here to come in and calm this internal chaos, this internal conflict that could be coming up for you. So just be mindful of that when you feel the internal you know, chaos coming in. Dial it back and get quiet and get grounded, and you'll be all right. You've got something really beautiful coming in for you. This is a shift for you. This is a change for you. This might be something different than what you've known in the past. So this is really sweet energy, Scorpio. Scorpios have just had lately like the most amazing readings. Just like reading to reading to reading have just been like really amazing for Scorpio. So I don't know like what type of internal work you might be doing or what kind of vibration you are vibrating in, but you know, it's like it looks really nice, and it has for a couple months for Scorpio. But this is a beautiful reading coming through for Scorpio singles. All right, that's your reading. Hopefully this resonated with you. If it did, you can feel free to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And if it didn't, that's okay too. You can always watch your sun, moon, and rising for more resonance in your other placements. I want to thank everybody who, you know, has been showing up so far and supporting the channel. We're at 250 subscribers, which is great for a new channel. It's a brand new channel. And, you know, I'm really enjoying, you know, connecting with all of you energetically. And this is, you know, a good zone for me. So thank you so much for coming out and supporting the channel and receiving these readings. I really appreciate your presence and you just being here and showing up. All right. Take care, Scorpio.